This season has to be Operation Promotion. At the moment, it's not that. We've got to try and change it. A perfect starting game yesterday. So if you haven't seen that one previously, do give it a watch because it leads into today. We've got some good transfer targets and we've got some form that needs to shoot up. Welcome back, people, to episode number 2 of season number 6 of this Grimsby to Glory FIFA 23 career mode, only on this MWS channel. As if you're new around here, like I previously said, watch the previous videos. If you do enjoy this series and you are an occurring viewer, don't forget to smash a like. And if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button down below. It's completely free. It really does help me out a bunch, so I'd appreciate it so much. And of course, if you're new around here, leave a like as well, as we've got some business to do, like I said, not only in games, in the window, in everything, as we have a Huddersfield next, which is kind of a derby game, but you could see his league position as today we have, I'd say 5 games. I'd say we probably don't get onto Stoke, maybe not even Blackburn, depending on his business, as we have Huddersfield away from home first. You can see the previous episode's form. Not very good, as then we have Sunderland at home on the Wednesday, Preston away at Deepdale on the 21st, and then Swansea, as I do think I'm going to play this first game. Need to get back on track, play the first one, play them 3 I'd say, and I've definitely got some positions that I have in mind to sign, and there might not be the positions you are thinking about, or there might be. Let's just say Gleno isn't getting replaced, but another low rated potentially. I'm not going to make the signing I just want to yet. I'm going to give the player the next game to see if he's worthy of being in this squad for the foreseeable future. I mean, he's definitely not going to leave the club. I hope not anyway, as I'm not going to reveal who it is, but you might have gathered from what I've kind of said, but you might not have. So I'm not going to ruin it, as I've got to try and get this squad right. Of course, another centre-back, spoiler alert, centre-back and a defensive midfielder we brought in, Flynn Downs and Andrea Papetti from Hartlepool. Brilliant additions, both of them two. Real coups for what we're wanting to do in the future, as it's looking like a strong side, with Ryan Alsop in goal. Josh Eccles will play right wing-back. Pritchard's getting a bit of a rest. Form's dipped with him in the team, although he did score some goals. As Papetti, Pollock and Lindsay make up the back line. Not really a fan on the weak foot of Matty Pollock. He needs to start training that. With Gleno on the left, as always. Flynn Downs and Cook in the middle. It's Felix Cook, not Regan Cook. With Reggie in front of them. 5-star, 5-star. He's a brilliant pivot, of course. With Victor Gyökeres, who needs to get on a bit of form this season. And Ben Waine partnering up front, as the couple of players on the bench are tired because, of course, we did play in the cup as well, and we got booted out of the cup, which is horrific, as I might put Coxey on the bench. Scales is dropped out, as Goodwin is ahead of him. He's got some business to do, and Shepherd, some points to prove. Bobby Dennis, he might be coming for his position. Dominic Ball's dropped further down, as you can see. McAtee, Clifton and Maguire Drew. I'm keeping hold of them like they're just go into the coaching team. Don't leave the club. I don't want them leaving, but then again, they aren't good enough to play, as hopefully our team is good enough that are on the field to beat Huddersfield. And Huddersfield's team, which is going to show us Ryan Schofield in goal, Aaron Rowe, Mustafa Olagunju, Romani Crichlow, of course, previously at Bradford, I say that every time, with Nakayama and Jackson at the back. Kasumu and Russell make up the midfield, with Mahoney, Josh Karoma and Tyrese Simpson, the number 27, the lucky number, up front. As we've got a point to prove, we should not be struggling as much as we have done. Of course, it's only 1 defeat in the league, but then followed up by the cup game, really isn't pleasing to the eye, so we've got to be better. As Flynn Downs through that middle, straight onto Cookie, now onto Stone, as he's going to try and find a bit of a gap. Such generic names as well, in Stone and Cook. Really don't want to be cooking stones though, that'll give you bellyache. As now Papetti, this is the first bit of action he's really been involved in since joining, of course, apart from the cup game that didn't go well, as he gets a tackle. Time to perfection as that ball's over the top and passed backwards into Andrea Papetti. Now on the wing into Josh Eccles, who gives it inside to Cook. Gyökeres is in front a little bit, Cookie's going to just keep this ball. He's going to wait for the run of Josh Eccles again. Tried to whip one in and just hit his man straight in the back. So we'll take the throw in. Victor Gyökeres tries to spin on the spot, and it's a good spin. Looking for Ben Waine. It was just a bit too far in front of the goal. Lucky from Ben as Gleno gives the ball into Reggie Stone, and we'll go for the chip over the top. That should hit Ben Waine, and oh, he's headed it behind Gyökeres. It looks like it was a handball, nothing given. As Cookie's going to keep on going. Ben Waine's got a bit of a gap if he's onside, which he's not. Good finish under Schofield, but won't count. Very unlucky with that run as they've got the ball in the middle. And a pass across is easily intercepted. Straight into Ben Waine, who's going to spin. And I don't really know where to go with him, so we'll just pass it backwards into Cookie. Sometimes you're going to go back to go forward, as here is Josh Eccles. Looking to try and do the same, as that's a big tackle come in on him. But he's survived it, and Huddersfield are running at us. No foul, of course. I didn't think it was a foul, as Tyrese Simpson looking for an option. Back heel's not a great one. Still, our touch is not a great one. And that could be through the middle. It is onto Simpson, and it's over the bar. Big let off. There's a good ball behind Eccles right here. He doesn't seem that great defensively. He's lost his positioning from before when he was playing right wing back. So the ball goes forward, and we get the whistle for 0-0. Yes, we've already put the ball in the back of the net, but I don't think we've been by far the better team. And Josh Koroma with the ball into Tyrese Simpson, and a good save from Ryan Alsop straight away at the start of this second half. Not what I expected, really. They've got a bit of a pop shot on as Wanmi comes on now. Header at the near post isn't really converted in any stretch of the imagination, as Andrea Papetti running forward, laying it off to his number 8, as that's a brilliant ball over the top into Ben Waine. He's through one-on-one. And you cannot miss those. Absolute shocker of a shot as Spencer through the middle now goes forward, and they've got a good couple of passes together. Trying to watch it as the weaving forward to Huddersfield. They are, of course, ahead of us in the league, only by a point. It's early days. Unbeaten as they've got round us there. Ball in the middle. Allsop just gathers. We've got to get going as Gleno to run forward into Ben Waine, as Ben Waine's going to try and look for Gleno again. That's poor. He's coming off in a minute, is Ben Waine. Not being a good performance at all from the New Zealand striker, as we've got to try and watch them at the back a little bit here. Flynn Downs, he was the ball who put it over the top for Ben Waine. Gets an interception, still loses out on it though. That's not good enough from him, as Papetti's had a better game than the Crew game. We can definitely give him that. As Eccles to the side here, he's coming off as well for Dylan Pritchard. As now Reggie Stone, he's going to put it forward onto Ben Waine, who's got to turn. Victor Gyökeres looking for a bit of a run as he gets it. Header! What a save! I think we should be planting that in the net, however. As a corner ball. I want to bring someone short, of course. And I want runs near post. I'm going to whip it into the middle. That's a decent ball for Vic again. It's off the line. It's a big chance for Gyökeres. A bad back heel as Matty Pollock can't play the ball through. A wasted opportunity. Looked a decent one as here is Pritchard. We've still got the ball. Flynn Downs looks for Victor Gyökeres, who nutmegs his man, and he's got it saved by the keeper. Poor shot. This second half, we've really deserved to be in a lead as Reggie Stone can't keep it alive. I tell you what, we're going to rue these missed chances big time. We've done everything. We've gone for through balls. We've gone for wing play. We've gone through one-on-one, but it's not worked. And Allsop pulls out the biggest save you could ever ask your goalkeeper to do. If we lose this game, it is a huge injustice as the ball is going to be whipped in for the Terriers. Need a header away. A sidey just gets a glancer on it. Still, we've not got the ball away. They've got to run through the middle, and Allsop again with the stop. Powell comes on. He's played every single game so far this season. Give him another chance as Lindsay with an important header. Get that away, Gleno. There is no one in that corner for us to run with as Powell comes across a little bit. As I'm cross at this result, it's not been good. Lindsay with the read. 3 minutes added on. Have we got time? Sidey gets a turn on into Cook. Cox is in front as Coxey gets it. And Pritchard's running down this line. If he can beat the defender to it, which he doesn't, could have been a chance as we don't even get a chance from that ball in the air. A 0-0 draw with the Terriers. And I am not satisfied. That takes us to 12th in the league. One of each so far. A draw, a win and a defeat. As after that game, still don't know on the potential thingy I could make. The move in the window as Ajax want Victor Gyökeres. It's 9.5 million. He has scored 6 goals for us in over a year. Just over a year. He's the highest paid player. And we paid nothing for him. So maybe in a dramatic, very, very controversial move, I'm going to accept it. A Champions League club or Europa League, definitely a conference at the minimum. We will sell Victor Gyökeres. And we will bring another striker, hopefully through those doors, straight away to replace him. I'm a big fan in real life. I think he's a brilliant player for Coventry. But he's not done it here. And that's what matters most. You have to do it. As Portimonense wanting Liam Scales, which I'm going to reject. Even though we've got loads of centre-backs. I do want to keep him at the club. As Sunderland is going to be a simulation. Still scouting now for another striker, as Gyökeres hasn't left the club, but the striker search is well and truly on. As Sunderland, you can see, are quite ahead of us in this league. So we've got to make sure we get the correct lineup up. Without Gyökeres, it speaks for itself. It's going to be the same lineup that did get a 0-0 draw. Should we simulate this actually? I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know who's struggling and who's not, because Preston were up there last season, so I thought we'd play Preston. I thought we'd play Swansea. None of them are below us. They're all above us, I'm guessing. Swansea, Preston, right there. Sunderland are in 4th. We've got a tired team for this one, though, so I am going to risk the simulation. I'm going to risk it, play the next couple, as we get the win in it anyway. Get in there. Schaumann for them to put them straight off the bat, but Flynn Downs with the instant reply. Alex Moore off the bench, and Ben Waine. So we've got an offer straight after that as well for Dominic Ball. I mean, he is 32-year-old. We got him on a free. I know I'm accepting a lot of offers this year, but we didn't have the greatest end to last season. Players will want out if we don't meet expectations, as this is proof of one of them. Victor Gyökeres. He was so hyped by myself when he came to this club, and he has not lived up to expectations at all as he departs for Ajax. He's going to Amsterdam, as a couple of players that I am scouting still don't have the scout reports back from, as I do of course want to weigh up all my options before I go and sign his replacement. As Saidi, this is your chance, and Scales, I've got to make decisions. He's not straight in the team, as we just did get a win, but looking at that it is kind of shattered. We'll have to change it up somewhat, including Godwin, but that makes everyone right-footed. It doesn't add balance to his team, which is rough. Maybe Papetti out for Eccles. I mean, Eccles did play centre-back for us a little bit. We'll get a left footer in there. We'll put Pollock in the middle, so we're changing it around quite a bit. Gleno's going to have to stay in. Alex Moore can start. And Coxey can start instead of Side D. Actually, no, I said it's Side D's chance, isn't it? Ben Wayne's going to have to come out. That's a squad that is too rotated for my liking, but at least we're playing the game. Need transfers in after this one. I'm pretty sure we will. It's Preston starting 11. Pradic, Sunday. Maldonado, Mazzo and Jordan Story. Jacob Slater, Ben Whiteman and Woodburn. Yes, it's a 5 at the back. With Reese and Steerhouse up front. Again, kept to the core of the squad. Brilliant work from their academy. Now 6 seasons deep. 6 seasons. And their squad's hardly changed, which is just something I find truly phenomenal. But we've got to change the outcome against Preston. I think we got a big win against them when they were like top of the league. But since then, I don't think we've done too great against them. So we've got to change the narrative. There's a ball in the middle. Scales got to defend. Not a great shot anyway. Potentially a little tester from them, but didn't really test us as the ball's passed back there into Coxey now. Now into Reggie Stone. This is into Cook. As Cookie's got to run down the wing here of Pritchard. He's already got one this season. He's got a bit of a gamble. Angle. Don't know how I messed them words around, but we've got a corner from it anyway. Reggie Stone to whip this one in. I'm not going to change any position of any players. That looked a decent one. It might fall to Liam Scales, and what a save. What a save from Pradic. What a save. What a save. I can't speak. I'll speak more if we get a goal from this corner, as it's going to be Cookie to whip it in. That looks decent, as well as another save. I tell you what, we're getting corners right with how we're taking them. But the goalkeepers are mad from them. Can't believe he's got that save in us. Our goalkeeper needs to be mad here. He does get out and make a save as Allsop to roll that straight into Pritchard. Bit of a lively start to this one as Cookie get that pass off as he does. Now in the middle. That's a good ball back. Now Coxey trying his luck. Sometimes you just got to go for it as Pollock stepped out of line. He went for it and did not receive it at all as Pritchard with the block, and now it's their corner. Do not let them do what we've been struggling to do and score the corner, as no one's jumping, and Allsop is. If it weren't for him, they'd be in the lead, as we've got a corner again. Or they have, should we say, as Gleno, a bit tired, but gets his header away. Pass across the box slightly. Now Jordan Story. We get the tackle with Scales. Very good one, as now we'll pass this about a bit. Through that gap. Now Coxey with it. Coxey's going to look down the wing. Now into Gleno, as Anthony Glennon had the run of Sidey. Used the dummy. Gets the pass into Coxey, who's got Cookie in the middle. I'm sorry, Praddock even kept that in. He saved it so the ball didn't go out of play. This keeper's phenomenal. I am kind of fearing another draw here, which I really don't want, as Cookie goes backwards. Now to go forward, Matty Pollock. That's a poor ball through. I'm going to say good, but I didn't know there were a defender in that way, as Godwin with the leap. Cookie needs to get on that. Didn't. And now they've turned Godwin a little bit, who almost gets back there, and Pollock with a good, dangerous pass, should I say, but a good one through the defence. As it's now into added time. Sidey. We should have took the lead with them corners, I think, as we might get it here. Coxey with a bit of a gap, runs straight into danger. Back to Praddock, who hammers it as defender, and we get the whistle. 0-0 like Huddersfield. We just need to be scoring more. So this second half, let's bring the fortunes. Let's get an actual win town under our belt. As Preston with a run, and Godwin watching his man very well, forced them into a bit of an error, and Reggie Stone now to run forward. There's Coxey over the top, as we might reach him here, and we do. Coxey with a little dink over the top to Sidey, who was never missing that one. He's back in the team with a bang. He likes to score goals, and it's Coxey with the dink over the top to him. 1-0 at Deepdale, in front of the away fans as well. What a result. We're not going to put Ben Wayne on after that. Are you mental? Celebrate with us fans, he stays on the field. Fantastic result, as now Pritchard coming across to Jacob Slater, potentially trying to get a block in, but he's been done twice. Now he's backpedaling a little bit. They're just swipping and swatching all the time. There's a ball in the middle. We can't let them get the equaliser straight away. Good save also. Can't doubt me for panicking a little bit there, as now Cox is on the ball again. That's got to be a foul. How's it not given? Are you joking me? It's through the middle as well, and Allsop with the save. Got to win the header. We get the save instead. But referee, that's one of the most blatant free kicks I think I've ever seen. We deserve a goal from this. Get running, Reggie, who's forward. Don't go over the top, though. Still, Preston can't take advantage. Pass that off Scales and get back in position, please. Trying to get Coxey off the field, but the ball ain't going out of play, as that's a foul. Thank you. Thank you, referee. And he's even sent him off for it. Ali McCann leaves the field for a bit of a naughty tackle on Reggie Stone's ankles. It's a good job he's still okay, because there was an earlier foul, of course, in that build-up, which we didn't get anything for. As why have we put Bryn Powell on this? No, back to Alex Mowat, please. That's a bit of a chip shot. I don't want a chip shot. I want absolute power and venom from Alex Mowat from this far out. And oh, looked better than it was. And Liam Scales with the ball to the side into Anthony Glennon. Alex Mowat into Cookie. Now into Bryn Powell, as Bryn Powell gives it into Wayne. Wayne to try and get a bit of an option here if he can, as Cookie. He's through the middle. He's going for an overhead kick, as that'll see us through, hopefully. They shouldn't have time to get to the side of the field, referee. Blow that whistle. There we go. It's like last season. It's a 1-0 win. But I'll take it this season. We're still not finished building our squad, but we've got a result. And Coxey out for 4 weeks with a sprained knee injury or something. I didn't even read it. Just skipped past it. Scales thankful for the opportunity. Did quite well, to be fair, as now we're into 5th position. Gyökeres leaves, and we win 2 games. Is that telling me something? Have we built the team too much around him? I don't know, as Dominic Ball is another one to depart the club. Almost 1 million for him, and he's hardly played. I'll take it. Sorry, not sorry, that's a little bit harsh, as I think if we get a win against Swansea, that's a big result. Still looking at players and all. It might be a deadline day signing though as it stands, because none of my scout reports are just getting back in time. Some of them are, but I think I'm going to wait till I've accumulated them all before we do. And of course, we're winning as it is. Is the need for a striker to just throw in? Because even though he's playing, Flynn Downs has come to me and asked to play against Swansea. That's his former club. Has he got a grudge against them? As Ben Wayne definitely wants to play. Aware of the situation. Oh, that's me saying that. As Ben Waine has been called up for international duty, so no wonder he wants to be there. He wants in, and I tell you what, he's going to get it. As we've put Papetti back in, Downs, Ben Waine. Scales does stay in, he's got the armband. I think that's a bit too much, to be fair. I don't think he's the captain. Gleno, I'll give it to. Papetti's in. So he got leadership trait. No, he hasn't. Pritchard stays in, however, ahead of Eccles now on the bench. Lindsay and Godwin are the ones dropping out. And, of course, Coxey due to that 4-week injury. We definitely need a striker now. We need a win more than that. And I hate to think about the Swansea game last year, so we've got to be better. Wallstelt, De Oliveira, Harry Darling, Nathan Wood, Brandon Cooper and Nathaniel Ogbeta. I think it's 5 at the back. It is. Kundal and Cooper in the midfield with Morgan Whittaker, Zavala and Michael Obafemi. Good squad. Very good squad as Pritchard to get us started with a bit of a spin as we do keep the ball, of course, here. Into Cookie. Now on to Flynn Downs. Got to start going forward straight away as that's a ball out to Pritchard. Ball across the box and almost an early header. Just dipping his toe in to see how we can go along with this game as Matty Pollock into side E. That's a ball through onto Ben Waine, who's going to hold it up a little bit into Cookie. That's a decent ball in at the near post and a good save. A corner ball for us as well. Cookie with the header. Cookie to take the corner. As that looks a decent one, you know. Heading towards Papetti, who puts it in the bottom corner. He's got a goal and the corners have finally paid off. Andrea Papetti, the new central defender, with his first town goal. It's a brilliant header, you've got to admit. Just leaps above everyone right there at the near post. 3 men on him. Oh, and why is he even there at the near post? He does nothing. Brandon Cooper will be kicking himself at that near post, but we'll take it. Just got to keep on going as there's a ball through the middle there. We've got to watch closely. Scales! Why aren't you putting a foot in? It's happened again against the Swans. They score when we are just most vulnerable and when we think we've got a bit of a grip in the game. The bite back, Michael Obafemi has got the pace, he's got the flick, and he has got the finish. That cancels Papetti straight out. When we struggle to score goals, we concede one. Straight after scoring one of his rare ones, as now it's in the middle to Flynn Downs. Out to Christian Sidey. Now on to Cookie. Round the corner into Pritchard, and this could be a decent run, you know. Ben Waine's in the middle there. He's got a head on it, and he's put it wide. Got to be scoring that for me as Pritchard in the middle onto Cookie. Cookie's going to just dribble it back a little bit. Now into Papetti, who goes all the way across to Matty Pollock, and that's through the middle now. On to Ben Waine. Ben Waine's going to keep this as Gleno pointing to where he wants it. Captain Anthony Glennon. He's got a gap as the wing back and it's saved. It could have been 2 defenders getting the goal in this very defensively attacking formation that we have now as Reggie Stone. Oh, and it's off the crossbar from a save. What a stop from the keeper. Honestly, goalkeepers in this game against us are unmatched as we're going to go for another corner. Is Papetti in there again? No, but Ben Waine's trying to get there. Cookie heads it down to Scales. Now into Cookie again for a curler, putting it wide. I know really should have us in front though. I've got to say as it's approaching half-time now. We do want to have a lead going into the break, but they like to kick off second halves really abruptly, Swansea, getting a load of attacks off. We've got to be wary of that. 1-1, 2-1 down, 2-1 up, whatever it is going into the break, as it just looks like it'll be 1-1. More than certain. However, Whittaker's got passes a little bit too easily. Scales just back off as Gleno, you've got to be reading that, mate. Flicked backwards as there is the whistle. It is 1 apiece. As we keep on fighting, a tackle came in there. It's a good job they avoided us with that tackle. That could have been costly for him. As Flynn Downs avoiding them all over the place. Of course, Cullen's on the bench. He's played for the Swans before. It could have an impact like Flynn Downs has. As now Cookie through the middle into Stone. Now back into side A. That's down the line into Pritchard. No one really in the centre this time. So he's just going to drag it around as there's 5 at the back as well. Not a great idea to cross. Saying that we scored from the corner as Flynn Downs. A big way from the away fans. They loved him missing that as a ball around the side a little bit. De Oliveira down the line. Gleno just stepping across as we've got cover at left wing back. So step up a little bit. Scales is in there. Can we get there? Gleno, perfect work. Perfect. He's the lowest rated, but he don't play like it. As side E needs to try and get an option off here. He just gives it into Cookie. Now into Ben Waine. Reggie Stone We've got Pritchard at the side, but I need that run from Saidi, who eventually delivers it. Good first touch. Wide. As I've decided to bring him off for Cookie, as that's a good deflection from Flynn Downs' interception. Looking over the top towards Cullen. Just couldn't get the rub of the green right there, as the header is won by us, but straight back to them in the middle. Now we've got to try and come across a little bit. Andrea Papetti out of position. We don't want to lose this game. Pritchard with the bump into his player. That's good stuff, putting Zavalazzi off. Or Zavala, or whatever his name was. As Cullen to get that down the line into Pritchard. He's going to continue running. Love this guy at wing back. That's a brilliant cross to Ben Waine. And what a save from the goalkeeper. He is phenomenal. In between the sticks. Who is he? Sign him up. Sign him up as a corner ball for us again. That's it. Calming the players down is Cookie. He's going to whip it in. Ben Waine peels off. It's not won by anyone. Still, Cookie onside here as what's he done there? I must have slipped with my finger on the controller as Alex Mowat can't get his shot off. It's disappointing as Scales stepping across. Interception. Alex Mowat round the corner into Ben Waine. It's just hard to beat this 5 at the back. It looks like a draw again. If we'd have just not conceded straight after. However, a run on here. Cullen in the middle. Just doesn't fall for him, but the header won into Cookie. Now into Reggie Stone again, round the corner. This is a good move. In towards Ben Waine, who doesn't win it. There's a pass on to Cookie here. Hits the defender. Just struggling in the last couple of minutes, but we'll keep this pressure on. Papetti wins the ball, the goal scorer. Now in the middle, now into Reggie Stone. Taps it across into Liam Cullen. Needs to get that out wide as he does. Ben Waine's in the middle. It falls to him. Good touch. Nutmegs the goalkeeper. And we take the points in the 93rd minute. Ben Waine, before his international duty, makes himself a town hero. Now that's a Mariners goal. Just a crossing from Pritchard. He has been nothing short of sensational. Left peg through the legs. 3 points will be taken from Swansea and we will go closer to the automatics. Still there though, we need a striker as that's the end of the game. We've broken the hoodoo of scoring only one in games and we've done it once they got a goal. We did not crumble. Town prevail. And as you can see the league table, look at that. Middlesbrough and West Brom are the only teams above us. That's healthy reading at this stage. Still, as always, we demand more, as I think Blackburn will be simulated. And these are the scout reports I wanted to see. We're going into deadline day with business to do. My camera just went off due to the heat because I've been looking at signings for so long. You just got a little bit of my shortlist, but I'm going to make it be deadline day just to add a bit of excitement. You might be thinking which position I meant at the start of the episode. I did mean goalkeeper. Yes, Allsop's an amazing player, an amazing number 1, but there is goalkeepers that are better out there, especially for simulated games. Luke Southwood and Nathan Baxter look good. I wanted a backup left wing back, Tom Pearce right there, and we of course need a striker. As the first one I definitely want to get off the list because he's the only one on the list that I want. Tom Pearce, the left wing back, as it says he's too important. Why? Why is it? Okay, that one's off the list, as I know Liam Scales can play over there anyway. There's more reports coming in, as maybe we start with the striking options. And I do like the combination we've got now, and I'm not just going for rating. You can see there's Dixon Abiema, who looks alright. There is Javier Parra at Leeds, but he's going to cost a bit. But the one I want to go for, although he's 27 years old, he's haunted us too long on this career mode, Isaac Eliof. He has been nothing short of sensational when he's played us. I tried to get him in season number 1. I think we bite the bullet and go for him. From Millwall, they're still in League 1. As they want Jordan Maguire-Drew in the deal. I mean, it's not a bad club for him to go to. Back in London, he's from Brighton. 3% release clause, I will accept it. Reason is I want to keep some money for January and I want to keep some money for the rest of the signings today. This won't be the only one. Rotational suits me. This guy is a very fast striker. So we finally have that option for pace up top, which we haven't really had. As on what am I doing? I'm not offering him that much. I think at 8k on a wage is very decent. Take the appearance fee off because I do want to play him. As he'll accept 8.1. Striker through the door. As that is goodbye to Jordan Maguire-Drew as well. We can't understate that. And yes, it's not a replacement like for Gyökeres, is it? But is he the only striker we're going to sign? It's a pace outlet for sure. So I'm going to skip a few hours because, of course, our plans are out the window if someone comes in for one of our players. As we'll do 3 hours at a time. 3 hours transfer, 3 hours transfer. It's Matty Pollock from Dusseldorf. Absolutely no chance you're taking Matty Pollock off our hands. He is staying here. I'm pretty sure I just saw, yes, Joe Gelhardt has gone from Atalanta to Bilbao for 100 mil. That to me is mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. As one would be mind-blowing if we could get him. Nathan Baxter from Chelsea. You can see his wage is 59,000. We're going to take the chance with him because he is a fan I'm a big fan of him, should I say. I can't get my words out. Seeing him at, what do you call it, Hull City, because Grimsby is linked closely with Hull, 6.6. It's a lot of money for him, breaking the bank, but I would spend it. I think decent teams are made from decent back lines, and especially goalkeepers. But to be fair, I don't see us getting him because the wage is going to have to take an extreme decrease in his evaluation as 2 years, fine by me. Disregard a release clause. Come on, Baxter. Please know your worth. I'll give you a big signing on bonus, and I'll give you a clean sheet bonus as well. If you get 15, you get $1 million. That's decent. Insulting. I knew it. That's why I found him first, but I still looked at Southwood as a position I haven't mentioned is midfield. Archie Davies looks very good, but Brahima Diarra for a backup to Reggie Stone in League 2 with Cambridge? We've got to save him. Of course, being at Huddersfield, which is quite local, so I'm going to offer 3.4 million as they want 4 and a bit. That's quite a lot for a player that will probably sit on his bench. 4.1 accepted. I know we do have Reggie Stone, but I'll give him an important to keep him happy. 3-year contract length is fine by me, and I know Brim Powell's in the team, but he'll still get his chances. 3 of them isn't bad, as 9.1's alright with me. Accepted! That's 2 through the door, not 4, 2. About time he had some pressure on his back, did Reggie Stone, as it wasn't rated a very good transfer, that one. Bit confused, possibly because we've got youngsters ourselves already, but he is going to come onto that bench. As I think with Nathan Baxter saying no, we're going to go in for the other one. That's why I put him on the list for a reason. Luke Southwood, of course we've just spent 4 million, plus a little bit for Ollie Oath. So we're spending money in this window. Want to keep some left over for next time, so hopefully Paul Ince accepts, as he does. The whole reason I went in for Luke Southwood is because I know he's back up for Reading, and he spent last season in League 1. Maybe he wants a bit more comfortability at an established championship side, which I think we are at the moment, especially with the squad we're assembling. We'll offer him a 3-year contract, wants stability in between the sticks. Yes, he's 29-year-old, but keepers last a long time. Look at Allsop, who's still going, as we'll offer him 11 plus a signing bonus. Please don't walk away. He doesn't. He accepts. A new potential number 1. Ryan Allsop's got to watch his back. Despite all them 1-0 clean sheets and golden gloves, Southwood is in. Let's look at them stats. Sorry to Allsop, but they look phenomenal for Southwood. Of course, he's not out of the team fully. Positions are up for grabs all the time. Even Pritchard. Pritchard's the lowest rated, and Gleno, and they're by far my favourites. That just proves how much I like to play with wingbacks. As I've just truly realised how long this episode is, as Carney Chukwuemeka, because I had him at Hartlepool, gone for 40 million from Chelsea. Can you believe they paid 20 million for Carney Chukwuemeka? Me neither. As we're not done. We're not done. I want another striker. I'm looking at Dixon Abima, although he'll want a high wage. That's something we actually have to consider. Edgar Cortez looks decent, you know. He looks quite decent, and he's not going to be straight in the first team. Para's just made a move, take him off that list. We've got Oliveras. We've got Gallagher, who's got experience, but he's aging, and I don't want to go old up front again. Dixon Abeba, but we'll leave him for now. We'll leave him because most of them are free agents, and Edmonton's been on my list a long time. But we're not going to go in for him. We went for Papetti instead, and we have spent a lot of money. I'm glad it doesn't show you how much we've spent now on this home screen. I don't want to depress myself with how much truly we've let go of. But that's a very good window for us. I am very happy as the academy's still working. Curtis Wright, we're going to have an issue with goalkeepers. We go from really bad to really good very quick. No goalkeepers to quite a few. As I also thought Northampton had got promoted this season. It turns out they haven't. I just wanted to say that before we kept on going. Because Blackburn we have up next. And we need a win away from home. They're on the same points. They're on the same... Oh, they're just below us. They are just below us. 2 players on international duty. Oh, dearie me. I mean, I am going to simulate this one. Yes, I know. Huge risk. I know. Please don't. You don't have to keep telling me, as I know that Allsop's just gone down a rating when Southwood's turned up. That's concerning for him. I'm going to put Eccles in this team. Olio starts up front with Side E for that pace. We are going to simulate it. It's still early days. I'm going to take that risk. I am. I'm going to see what happens away at Blackburn. Can we get a win? We don't. 3-2 defeat. I'm going to risk the simulation, of course, because I want to get cooking with this series, with this save, with this season. Hopefully get to the Prem as quick as possible, but that doesn't help us. Leonard with 2, Reggie with 1, Sammy Smodics and Cook, as I have been sat recording this video for 2.5 hours right now. That's just mostly, yes, this video will be like half an hour long, that's mostly scouting players out to try and get it right. As we're 4th in the table, Blackburn go above us, of course, but I'm not too disheartened. Stoke next time out, players asking to play. Southwood and Ben Waine should be back, as we are in fact gone for today. Thank you guys for watching. You'll be seeing this whilst Grimsby are playing. I'll be there hoping we get a win against top of the league, but after Doncaster last week, not too optimistic. Thank you guys for watching so much, as I will see you all in the next video very, very shortly. Take care of yourselves, guys. In a bit, and peace.